Welcome to our channel's Sunday Showcase. Today we gather to honor the legendary wrestlers we've lost in recent and past few years. Their profound contributions to the world of wrestling continue to resonate with fans and inspire the next generation. In this video, we'll also share some somber news about Naomi, which has touched many hearts. Join us as we celebrate their remarkable legacies through heartfelt tributes and cherished memories. Don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us to keep their inspiring stories alive. Reg Lewis, born on January 23, 1936, in the Niles district of Fremont, California, was a prominent figure in the golden age of professional wrestling. Rising to fame during the 1960s and 1970s, Lewis became known for his technical skill, disciplined work ethic, and commanding presence in the ring. He performed in numerous wrestling promotions across the United States, earning admiration from fans and peers alike. Lewis's wrestling style was marked by precision and finesse, setting him apart from many of his contemporaries. At a time when wrestling was evolving into a more theatrical and physically demanding sport, Lewis remained grounded in the fundamentals, gaining recognition as a credible and respected competitor. His in-ring talent, combined with his ability to connect with audiences, made him a fan favorite and a steady draw during wrestling's formative years on television. Beyond his in-ring accomplishments, Reg Lewis was celebrated for his professionalism and commitment to elevating the sport. He was part of a generation that laid the foundation for what professional wrestling would become, helping to transform it from a regional spectacle into a national phenomenon. Younger wrestlers looked up to him for his discipline, humility, and dedication. Reg Lewis in Los Angeles, California, his marked the end of an era, and the wrestling world mourned the loss of a true pioneer. Though he may not have received the mainstream attention of some of his peers, his influence on the industry remains undeniable. Reg Lewis is remembered not only for his contributions inside the ring, but also for the legacy of respect and integrity he left behind. His name endures as a symbol of wrestling's proud past. Max Hebeisen, born on June 27, 1947, in Bern, Switzerland, was a celebrated Swiss boxer known for his dedication, discipline, and contribution to amateur boxing. He earned national recognition through his impressive performances in the ring, ultimately representing Switzerland in the men's welterweight category at the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City. Though he did not medal, his Olympic appearance placed him among the top amateur boxers of his generation and marked a proud moment in Swiss sports history. Hebeisen's journey to the Olympics was built on years of hard work and determination. His commitment to the sport and relentless training helped him rise through the ranks, standing out in a competitive field of international athletes. Competing on such a prestigious global stage was a significant achievement, highlighting not only his individual talent, but also the strength of Swiss boxing during that era. Beyond his Olympic appearance, Hebeisen was known for his sportsmanship and respect within the boxing community. He embodied the qualities of a true athlete: resilient, focused, and humble. While he may not have gained widespread international fame, his legacy lived on through his contribution to the sport in Switzerland, inspiring young athletes to pursue boxing with the same passion and integrity. Max Hebeisen, leaving behind a legacy that extended far beyond the boxing ring. His was deeply felt in the Swiss sports community, where he was remembered not only as an Olympian, but also as a dedicated and respected figure in amateur boxing. His journey remains a testament to what can be achieved through perseverance and love for the sport, making him a lasting symbol of Swiss boxing excellence. Dynamite Kid, born Thomas Billington on December 5, 1958, in Lancashire, England, was a revolutionary figure in professional wrestling whose influence still echoes through the industry today. Known for his unmatched athleticism, crisp technical ability, and explosive high-flying maneuvers, Dynamite Kid was instrumental in redefining what a wrestler could be. He first rose to prominence in the British wrestling circuit before making a major impact in Japan's All Japan Pro Wrestling, and, most notably, the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, during the 1980s. In the WWF, he formed the iconic tag team, the British Bulldogs, alongside his cousin, Davey Boy Smith. Together, they thrilled audiences with their intense matches, combining speed, power, and technical mastery. In 1986, the duo captured the WWF Tag Team Championship, cementing their legacy as one of the most talented and dynamic tag teams of their era. Dynamite's singles matches, particularly against Bret Hart, Tiger Mask, and Randy Savage, were lauded for their intensity and innovation, helping to usher in a new era of realistic and fast-paced wrestling. Tragically, Dynamite Kid's in-ring style took a toll on his body, leading to severe injuries that forced him into early retirement. Despite spending his later years in declining health and ultimately being confined to a wheelchair, his influence never waned. His 60th birthday, due to complications from a stroke. His was a somber moment for the wrestling world, marking the loss of a true pioneer. Yet Dynamite Kid's legacy lives on through the countless wrestlers he inspired. His groundbreaking style laid the foundation for modern technical and high-flying wrestling, making him one of the most influential performers in the history of the sport. Howard Finkel, born on June 7, 1950, in Brooklyn, New York, was one of the most iconic and beloved ring announcers in professional wrestling history. Best known for his decades-long tenure with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, Finkel's voice became synonymous with the golden era of wrestling. He joined the WWF in the 1970s and became the company's first official ring announcer, setting the standard for all who followed. Finkel's signature flair, most notably his booming and enthusiastic delivery of the phrase, "and new," during title changes, turned him into a fan favorite. His powerful, clear voice added an unforgettable touch of drama and excitement to major events, particularly WrestleMania, where his presence became a tradition. Beyond the microphone, Finkel contributed behind the scenes as well, assisting in writing, production, and helping launch the original WWF Hall of Fame in 1993. Throughout his career, Finkel earned deep respect not only from fans, but also from his peers. Many wrestlers and industry insiders regarded him as the gold standard in ring announcing. His professionalism, passion, and deep love for wrestling made him a vital part of the WWF/WWE identity for over 4 decades. In 2009, his lifelong contributions were formally recognized when he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. This honor cemented his status as a true legend in the industry. Sadly, Howard Finkel. Though he's no longer with us, his voice and legacy remain etched in the hearts of wrestling fans around the world. His role in shaping the atmosphere of countless unforgettable moments ensures his memory will live on in the squared circle forever. Big Van Vader, born Leon Allen White on May 14, 1955, was one of the most dominant and agile big men in professional wrestling history. Standing 6 feet 4 inches and weighing over 450 pounds, Vader defied expectations with his rare combination of brute strength and surprising agility. His career spanned major promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, World Championship Wrestling, WCW, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he left a lasting legacy. Vader's rise began in the late 1980s in NJPW, where he quickly became a sensation, winning the IWGP Heavyweight Championship 3 times. He brought his fearsome persona and explosive offense to WCW, capturing multiple World Heavyweight Championships and engaging in legendary rivalries with Sting, Ric Flair, and Cactus Jack. Known for his stiff, hard-hitting style and memorable matches, Vader earned respect for his ability to move like a cruiserweight despite his massive frame. However, years of physical punishment took a serious toll. Vader battled chronic injuries throughout his career, and in 2016, he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. Despite undergoing multiple surgeries, his condition worsened, and due to complications from pneumonia and heart issues, Vader's was deeply felt across the wrestling world. Fellow wrestlers, fans, and especially his son, Jesse White, mourned the loss of a man who had broken barriers for super heavyweights in the industry. His larger-than-life presence and revolutionary in-ring style helped redefine what a big man could do in wrestling. Today, Vader is remembered not only for his championship accolades, but also for inspiring a generation of wrestlers who saw in him the power of combining size, skill, and heart. Black Warrior, born on January 7, 1969, was a revered figure in Mexican professional wrestling whose influence left a lasting mark on the world of lucha libre, leaving behind a legacy defined by passion, athleticism, and mentorship. Renowned for his charismatic persona and captivating in-ring style, Black Warrior rose to prominence in the early 1990s, quickly becoming a standout in promotions across Mexico. His high-flying agility and technical mastery earned him widespread acclaim. Signature moves like the top rope Huracan Rana and intricate submission holds displayed his versatility and dedication to his craft. Fans admired his fearless performances, and his ability to tell compelling stories in the ring made him a favorite among lucha libre enthusiasts. Over the course of his career, Black Warrior secured multiple championships, establishing himself as one of the top luchadors of his era. His rivalries with legendary opponents led to some of the most memorable matches in Mexican wrestling history. These feuds not only showcased his talent, but also deepened his connection with audiences. Beyond the ring, Black Warrior played a vital role in shaping the future of the sport. He dedicated himself to mentoring young talent, generously passing on his knowledge and experience to the next generation. His influence extended far beyond his own achievements, as he helped cultivate the stars of tomorrow. Black Warrior's untimely was a significant loss to the wrestling world. Yet his legacy lives on through the wrestlers he inspired and the fans who continue to celebrate his contributions. He will forever be remembered not only as a brilliant performer, but also as a passionate advocate for lucha libre, whose spirit continues to echo throughout the industry. Jeff Gaylord, born on October 15, 1958, was an American professional wrestler whose career spanned several regional and independent promotions throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Known for his muscular build and athleticism, Gaylord made his pro wrestling debut in 1985 and quickly gained traction in the Mid-South Territory, working for Bill Watts' Universal Wrestling Federation, UWF. He became a staple of the promotion, facing off against tough opponents like Timothy Flowers and Tarzan Goto. Gaylord was also well known in World-Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, and the United States Wrestling Association, USWA, where he often teamed with Jeff Jarrett. Their chemistry made them a reliable duo in tag team competition. Gaylord was part of various factions, including the Psychos, led by Psycho Sid Vicious, and later adopted the persona of Akeem Hussein when he joined the USWA's Nation of Domination, a group that helped shape early narratives around racial identity and power in wrestling. His most widely recognized national appearance came in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, at the 1993 Survivor Series, where he performed under a mask as the Black Knight, part of a themed heel team led by Shawn Michaels. Though brief, this appearance gave him a taste of the spotlight in a major wrestling promotion. Gaylord's versatility allowed him to portray both straightforward and more theatrical characters across various promotions. He competed against a wide range of talent, from veterans like Ivan and Nikita Koloff to emerging stars, proving his adaptability in different wrestling styles and storylines. Jeff Gaylord leaving behind a career remembered for its diversity and dedication. While he never became a household name, his presence and contributions to regional wrestling remain appreciated by fans of the era. Trinity LaShawn Fatu's story begins on November 30th, 1987, in Sanford, Florida, a quaint suburban community nestled just north of Orlando. Even as a young child, Trinity exhibited an energy and charisma that drew attention. Naomi, known for her magnetic presence, she often captivated family, friends, and neighbors alike with her playful confidence and natural rhythm. Growing up, she was never just another kid on the block. Her athletic prowess and aptitude for performance set her apart early on. Raised in a tight-knit household, Trinity was fortunate to be surrounded by encouragement and support. Her parents, recognizing her vibrant spirit, nurtured her passions. She was involved in cheerleading squads and dance classes before long, and her natural grace, flexibility, and stamina were evident almost immediately. From local recitals at community centers to impromptu performances in the backyard, Trinity reveled in movement, telling stories with every step and turn. This dual affinity for physicality and performance laid the first bricks in what would become her future path. Whether tumbling across the floor, executing a precise dance routine, or cheering courtside at Orlando Magic games, Trinity showed early signs of her future as an entertainer and athlete. Second, gliding into dance. From local stages to NBA cheerleading. As she moved through her school years, Trinity's dance training matured, growing more rigorous and demanding. She trained in styles including jazz, hip-hop, contemporary, and even ballet, exploring a versatile skill set that suited her athleticism and infectious energy. Over time, she began auditioning for bigger stages beyond school recitals. Her breakthrough came when she gained a spot as a background dancer for touring artists. While details of her early gigs remained sparse, the experience was transformative. She learned to synchronize with choreography, perform for live audiences, and carry herself with the confidence of a seasoned performer. The hard travel, long practice hours, and high stakes of these opportunities toughened her resolve and deepened her love for the stage. But the pinnacle of this chapter came when she auditioned and was accepted as a cheerleader for the Orlando Magic. Professional-level cheerleading demanded incredibly high standards: athleticism, showmanship, stamina, and discipline. Trinity excelled. She dazzled crowds at Amway Arena with flashy routines, elite-level jumps, and an electrifying presence that captivated fans. This milestone was more than just a personal triumph. It was a validation of her growth and a clear sign that she thrived under the spotlight. By performing for packed arenas and national broadcasts, Trinity was unknowingly preparing herself for one of the most physically and emotionally demanding stages she would ever take: the WWE ring. 3. A pivotal career shift: entering WWE. In August 2009, Trinity LaShawn Fatu took one of the biggest steps of her life. She signed a developmental contract with World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. She reported to Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW, the company's developmental territory, an intense proving ground designed to mold raw talent into polished, championship-ready wrestlers. FCW was a daily grind of coaching sessions, promos, match rehearsals, conditioning, and backstage seminars. For Trinity, it was both thrilling and tough. She was learning to marry her dance-based skill set with wrestling fundamentals, grappling techniques, power moves, character development, and improvisational storytelling in the ring. Almost immediately, her ambition and dedication shone through. Whereas some trainees rely on sheer athleticism, Trinity went deeper, studying psychology of the crowd, tailoring her movement to elicit maximum response, and finessing her promos until they reflected her emerging flagrant personality. In April 2010, at an FCW live event, she crowned herself by becoming the promotion's first ever FCW Divas champion. It wasn't just a title, it was a narrative reward, a signifier of trust and potential. As champion, Trinity, already experimenting with performance-based character traits, showed she not only had the physical tools, but also the charisma and drive to represent the brand. Fourth, NXT takes off, toasting the exposure. In mid-2010, WWE relaunched its developmental branch under the new banner of NXT. This modern reimagining would blur the lines between reality TV and competition. The brand new format featured rookies matched with veteran pros and hosted various challenges across promo delivery, athletic contests, and more. offering a broader platform for viewers to discover the next generation of WWE stars. Trinity, assigned the ring name Naomi, teamed up with mentor Matt Striker for NXT Redemption. Over weeks of challenges and eliminations, her creative flair, athletic poise, natural charisma, and signature style began turning heads. She worked fearlessly in the ring, absorbing feedback and adjusting her technique. She stood out not for sheer dominance, but for her theatrical flair, her aesthetic, her flow, and her stage presence. Though she didn't claim the overall title in that NXT season, Naomi left an indelible mark. The WWE Universe had seen her persona, her ring craft, and the groundwork was laid for her imminent main roster arrival. JOV, Funkadactyls, a dynamic debut on the big stage. In 2010, WWE called Naomi and fellow NXT alumna Cameron, Ariane Andrew, up to the main roster to back up R-Truth and The Miz. They became known collectively as the Funkadactyls. Naomi's neon green and wild, glow-inspired style popped from the projection screen. Her high-energy dancing entrances were a hit, infusing WWE programming with festive, vibrant color. Appearing frequently on WWE SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, Naomi and Cameron served both narrative and showbiz roles. They supported their wrestlers with moral support and presence. They engaged in occasional in-ring contests and backstage segments, often providing comedic interludes and heightened energy between matches. Beyond their performance value, the Funkadactyls served as trailblazers, delivering strong representation for Black and brown women on a stage that had historically lacked racial diversity. Naomi, in particular, brought a distinct physicality and direction to her role. With her dynamic dance athleticism, she captured attention both in and out of the ring. Sixth, crafting her wrestler persona. Feel the glow. Emerges as Naomi's in-ring talent matured, WWE began exploring new dimensions of her character. No longer a sidekick, she emerged as a standalone competitor. But what would make Naomi truly iconic? Her answer was, feel the glow, a vibrant, electrifying persona that became her trademark. Neon entrances, ultraviolet lit gear, body paint, strobe effects, and upbeat dance music turned her entrances into theatrical experiences, events unto themselves. She shimmered with literal glow paint and a glow-in-the-dark glow, underscoring her energy, vibrancy, and unique identity in the women's division. Feel the glow wasn't just for show. It mirrored the core of her in-ring identity. Fluid, acrobatic, fast-paced, power-infused. Naomi executed drop kicks, top rope strikes, springboard crossbodies, and split-legged drop kicks. An exciting hybrid of daredevil athleticism and polished choreography. Her moveset, built from her dance foundation, felt rhythmic yet explosive, a perfect dance fight combo. Seventh championship success. SmackDown Women's title at Elimination Chamber 2017. On February 12, 2017, Naomi reached the Major League pinnacle. Championship gold at WWE's pay-per-view event Elimination Chamber, held in Orlando, Florida, her spiritual and regional hometown. Facing a field of elite competitors, Naomi captured the SmackDown Women's Championship in a moment that sparked wave after wave of celebrations across the arena. Transformed instantly from fan favorite to champion, she held history in her hands and eyes. The storyline, community, national significance, and location coalesced all at once. Orlando's crowd erupted, echoing her song, Feel the Glow. But just as her star shone brightest, adversity struck. On the post-Elimination Chamber episode of SmackDown Live, Naomi was forced to relinquish the title due to injury. In one of the most memorable ceremonies, she held her belt with pride, apologized to fans, and announced her withdrawal. Though brief, her reign was instantly iconic, and she would forever hold the distinction of being both the city's hometown champion and champion of Shine. Eighth, a resilient return. WrestleMania 33. Triumph. Over the ensuing weeks, Naomi underwent medical treatment, rehab, and emotional rebuilding. She was driven by two key motivations: reclaiming her crown and doing so on the world's biggest wrestling stage. WrestleMania 33 in Orlando on April 2, 2017. Her comeback story culminated in a ladder match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Spotlighted in a high-stakes storyline, Naomi fought fiercely, scaled past opponents, and snatched back the title before an electrified hometown crowd. When the bell rang, she was champion again. Confetti flew, Orlando exploded. Naomi was again lavished in emotion and glory. More than a win, it was redemption and destiny intertwined. That night, she became the first woman to leave WrestleMania as champion in her hometown, something that forever cemented her legacy. At just 29, she had transformed the narrative arc from injury-stricken hopeful to resilient hometown hero. 9th, evolving through the ranks, expansion, innovation, and style. In the years that followed, Naomi continued to define what a modern WWE superstar could be: versatile, fearless, and unapologetically bold. She competed in marquee main card matches, including Money in the Bank ladder matches, 2017, 2018, high-stakes elimination chamber bouts, 2020, and Royal Rumble matches where her creativity in avoiding elimination, climbing posts and sliding through gaps, was often as clever as her athleticism was elite. Her wrestling style developed further, integrating power moves like the rear view splash, explosive top rope dives, and lightning-fast leg drops. She also sharpened her in-ring psychology, telling stories through reactions, pacing, and crowd familiarity. Her promos improved, blending charm, fire, and a sense of fun. She weighed her words carefully, kept them genuine, and revealed bits of personality that drew the crowd deeper into the narrative. Throughout her evolution, Naomi was more than entertainment. She was enhancement. Her energy raised shows around her. She elevated match quality, fan engagement, and the profile of women's wrestling. She also served as a role model for aspiring performers, especially girls and women of color, showing them that athleticism and art could be woven into dazzling entertainment. X. Weddings, bells, and family ties. Naomi's personal life. Behind the neon lights and ringside flair, Naomi's real-life journey was equally compelling. On January 12, 2014, she said "I do" to fellow WWE superstar Jonathan Fatu, better known to fans as Jimmy Uso, on a secluded South Beach, Florida ceremony. Though they kept details mostly private, fans learned that Naomi married into the legendary Anoa'i family, one of wrestling's most storied dynasties, including The Rock, Roman Reigns, Rikishi, and her husband's brother, the Usos. The couple became known as one of WWE's power pairs. Shared storylines, dual travel schedules, and communal family rituals on the road sparked a rare brand of admiration for both fans and WWE management. Their warmth and humor on social media, playful pranks, affectionate captions, and glimpses of their home life deepened fans' connection to their narrative. Through triumphs, trials, and relocations, Naomi was steadfast, deeply devoted to her husband, supportive of his pain points, both physical and emotional, and protective of their relationship. Though TMZ spotted appearances at chain restaurants more often than not, their bond was clearly a source of strength in an often tumultuous career. Final reflections. The shimmer of Feel the Glow. Trinity LaShawn Fatu's transformation into Naomi is more than a career arc. It's a testament to authenticity, resilience, and the power of self-expression. From a spirited child in Sanford to Orlando Magic cheerleader, from FCW champion to WWE superstar, her journey has been a dynamic tapestry of strength, creativity, and passion. Her Feel the Glow persona embodies more than neon aesthetics. It symbolizes the light she carries, the inspiration she provides, and the brilliance she brings to every performance. In every leap, dance sequence, kick, Naomi reminds the world that athleticism can be art, that setbacks can forge strength, and that representation matters. Looking back at the lived life and work, injuries and rebounds, solo pushes and team efforts, reality TV and wrestling, that become her legacy. We see a woman who knows her craft, owns her voice, and lights up every space she enters. As WWE's women's division continues its forward march, and as future performers take their first steps under bright lights, Naomi's influence will still shimmer. Her message echoes, "Shine through adversity, shine for your fans, shine for yourself." And as she continues into the future, whether as champion again, mentor backstage, or media personality, fans everywhere are ready to feel the glow all over again.